everybody!
Hi,
Hi
fam.
fam! Hope you guys are doing so good
I
at
always
your
forget
home.
to take these because I normally put a glare on.
But you look good.
I know, but it reflects
I
back
know,
on the camera.
I'm just saying that you look good. Apparently Bitumelo looks more intelligent now. More intelligent with the glasses. I think I need to invest in some glasses as well. Because,
To look intelligent.
Whoa!
They're not gonna make you intelligent. It's just to look intelligent.
But there's a research that says when you wear glasses, people assume that you are more intelligent. They take you more serious.
Okay,
So-
but like, I don't need anyone to take me serious. I'm in the house the whole time.
Okay. No, but you are seriously taking note of now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, glasses. I just can't see. It's nothing deep. I just
Yeah.
can't see.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad you saw me and you love me. Anyways, so today is another day for our devotional, and I'm excited to be sharing with you guys on our devotional, and I'll be sharing on Psalms 34 verse 18. So B, would you mind just reading the Psalms for us while I carry this handsome right here?
Psalm 34 verse
Verse 18.
18. I'm reading it in the Message version.
Yes.
It says, if your heart is broken, you'll find God right there. If you're kicked in the gut, he'll help you catch your breath.
Sure. If your heart is broken, you will find God right there. I think in another translation it says that God is near the broken-hearted. And I just...
Yeah, the Passion says, the Lord is close to all whose hearts are crushed by pain. And he's always ready to restore the repentant one.
Sure. Guys, I'm going to just be real with you guys. Like, recently, we, as parents, kind of experienced some pain. Some pain, you know?
Is it the pain from yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some pain. Like, for some, it might not be relatable pain. Like, you'll be like, guys, you said for that. But when you see your child in pain, I think that is so painful. It is so painful. So recently, Azzy has started eating solids. And so when you eat solids, you release solids. And so this youngster...
It's not like he's eating fish and chips.
Yes.
He's eating purees.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like, some good stuff that mom makes even, The blender has never worked as much as it's worked this year.
Yeah.
But, so we're making, mom is making some really good food. But then, because it's solids, he releases some solids. And, whew, not only does it smell, but the smell is like least of my concern.
Yeah.
The
constipation.
The constipation and the process of which, as he takes out the solids, it comes out in such a painful way. Like he literally cries and cries.
Like his face turns red, and you just look at him and you're like, I wish I could take away the pain, but like.
You just gotta push.
You just gotta push,
And the lovely thing about our boy is that like once he's done pushing and crying, he just like continues like and it just continues. But just seeing him in pain is probably one of the most painful things, and you can't.
I had such a horrible day.
Sure. And you can't do anything about it, And I think, even as a father, it feels so painful to see your child going through that and you can't do anything. Imagine what more with our Heavenly God, who sees us going through pain and sees us crying, and He says that in His word that He is near those who are brokenhearted, that He doesn't forsake you when you're in pain, but actually He's right there and is with you in the process. Just like we were there with Aziz, we didn't leave him. We didn't say, hey, just go experience pain on your own. We were right there, even though we couldn't really do anything about the situation.
Take the pain away from him.
He had to push himself, But we were there, and even God is there in the midst of your pain. He is there. And there's just a story that I know it has been Easter and a lot of people have been sharing on this story, but I've been really challenged. Like my mind has been challenged to think differently about the story. And it's the story where Jesus was on the cross, and a lot of pastors and theologians have said that when Jesus was on the cross and it was like the darkest day, God turned his back towards Jesus That's why Jesus says, my God, why have you forsaken me? But I think God has challenged me to see that on a totally different level, that God didn't actually turn his back on Jesus. That God is omnipresent and omnipotent. Like, he will not turn your back against you when you're in pain. In essence, Jesus was showing us that even in your greatest sorrow, you might feel like you're alone.
Yeah.
But God is still with you. Even him
Yeah.
in his greatest sorrow,
Yeah.
he was like, my God, why have you forsaken me? Because he's trying to show us that even in great sorrow, you might feel like that there's no one there and you're lonely. But hey, his mom was right there. The disciples were, John, the few disciples were there. And God was also there. God won't turn his back on you.
Yeah. This reminds me of that scene from The Shack. I think it's the most, like the most touching scene throughout the whole movie. Like that's like the scene for me, where this man is like face to face with God, that woman, and he said, if you say you are God and you are loving and all of that, and why did you leave Missy alone? Missy is his daughter. Why did you leave Missy alone? And that woman, who is a representation of God, she cried and she looked at him with so much conviction, like her eyes were so deeply into him, and she said, I was with him. I was with her. I felt every pain that she felt. I was with her until the end. Yes, she was with her until the end. And like I cannot take that away from my mind, thinking that God cries with me when I am crying. Just like I was crying yesterday with Azzy when he was crying. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, The Shack, ne?
Yeah. It's a very good movie.
You've watched that movie like I don't know how many
times.
times.
That movie just ministers to me in a different it does.
Yeah. It's good to see you smile again, boy. Alright, cool. So yeah, man, that was just our short encouragement for you today. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, please do.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Please do leave your comments. Please do interact with us. Tell us, how you're feeling and what you want us to share with you. Share on you. Alright, guys, we out.